Warren Buffett, one of the richest and most respected investors in history, began his incredible journey to wealth long before he was famous. As a young boy in Omaha, Nebraska, Buffett didn't dream of yachts or mansions. Instead, he was already fascinated with money, hustling, learning about business, and building the habits that would later make him a billionaire. This story is not just about Buffett, it's about what anyone can do to build real wealth. Buffett's fascination with money started very early. At just 6 years old, he bought his first stock, a small company called City Service. Even though the stock price dropped shortly after, he didn't panic. Instead, he held on, learning his first lesson in patience and long-term thinking. This was unusual for a kid, but it shows the mindset Buffett developed: think long-term and don't get shaken by short-term ups and downs. Before investing, Warren was an entrepreneur at heart. As a boy, he sold chewing gum, Coca-Cola bottles, and magazines door to door. Imagine him walking from house to house, carrying his small inventory, politely knocking on doors, and trying to make a sale. He also worked as a paper boy, delivering newspapers before dawn. These jobs weren't glamorous or easy. They taught him the value of hard work, persistence, and earning money the honest way. Even as a kid, Buffett understood that money isn't just for spending. It's a tool that, when used wisely, can grow over time. This early experience of saving and earning set the foundation for the financial discipline he's famous for today. Buffett's story proves that you don't need to be born rich or have a fancy education to start building wealth. Anyone can start with small steps and the right mindset. Fast forward several decades, Buffett is now worth over $100 billion. But here's the surprising part. He still lives in the same modest house in Omaha that he bought back in 1958 for $31,500. No lavish mansions or penthouses. Buffett is known for his simple lifestyle, driving old cars and eating simple food regularly. He famously never buys new cars. Why? Because he knows that spending money on unnecessary things takes away from the money that could be invested. Buffett's frugality is legendary. He avoids extravagant vacations and luxury shopping sprees. This mindset, living below your means, is one of the keys to his success. It's easy to fall into lifestyle inflation, where your spending grows as your income grows, but Buffett shows the power of resisting that temptation. Every dollar saved is a dollar you can invest to work for you. And over time, those dollars grow and multiply. So, what is Buffett's secret to growing his fortune? It's something called compounding, or compound interest. Simply put, compounding means you earn returns not just on your original investment, but also on the returns that investment generates. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, starting small but growing bigger and faster as it picks up more snow. This exponential growth is what turns modest savings into a massive fortune over decades. Buffett often credits much of his wealth to compounding. He once said, "My wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest." The key lesson here is that time is your greatest asset when it comes to money. The earlier you start saving and investing, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. Even if you start with small amounts, consistency matters more than size. But what if you're not 20 years old? What if you're 30, 40, or even 50? Is it too late to start? Buffett's story shows that it's never too late to begin building your financial future. The important part is discipline, saving more than you spend, investing wisely, and holding your investments for the long term. Time helps, but even starting later with good habits can lead to meaningful wealth over time. Many people think they need to make a lot of money or have special skills to build wealth. Buffett's life proves otherwise. You don't need to be a genius or have a huge inheritance. What matters most is the habit of saving, investing regularly, and living below your means. The goal is to let your money work for you, so eventually, your investments generate enough income that you no longer need to trade your time for money. One of the biggest misconceptions about building wealth is that you need a huge income, but Buffett's story shows it's more about how much you save and invest consistently, not how much you make. Even small amounts saved regularly can grow into a substantial nest egg over time. The secret is discipline, patience, and avoiding lifestyle inflation, spending more as you earn more. Discipline means setting a budget, tracking expenses, and making sure you save first before spending. It also means resisting the urge to keep up with others who might be buying luxury vacations, items, and everyday things. Focus instead on your own financial goals and remember, every dollar saved is a dollar that can be invested and grow. Investing doesn't have to be complicated. Buffett built his fortune mainly through buying shares of companies he understood and believed in. You can start with simple, low-cost index funds or ETFs that track the market. The important thing is to stay consistent. Avoid panic selling during market dips, and give your investments time to grow. Another important lesson from Buffett is to avoid get-rich-quick schemes. Building lasting wealth takes time, patience, and steady effort. The market will have ups and downs, but sticking to your plan and not reacting emotionally is what separates successful investors from the rest. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. In summary, Warren Buffett's journey teaches us that building wealth is accessible to almost everyone. Start early, save regularly, live below your means, invest wisely, and be patient. You don't need to be a financial genius or have millions to begin, just the right habits and mindset. Your path to financial freedom starts with small steps today. In summary, Warren Buffett's journey teaches us that building wealth is accessible to almost everyone. Start early, save regularly, live below your means, invest wisely, and be patient. You don't need to be a financial genius or have millions to begin, just the right habits and mindset. Your path to financial freedom starts with small steps today.